The next season that we have to study here is hot weather season, that is summer. Now, like we studied in the cold weather season, the weather was basically because of the location of the sun in the southern hemisphere. The same criteria goes here as well, that the hot weather season is witnessed due to the shift of the location of the sun. As the sun gradually starts moving in the northern hemisphere, the temperature in the northern hemisphere also starts increasing. As the temperature in the northern hemisphere starts increasing, we find the temperature difference which will be witnessed by areas which are closer to the sea and areas which are interior in the land, which are in the continental areas. The areas which are closer to the sea in this duration, the temperature difference in this time will not be that much, not immense, but in the zones which are interior into the land, they'll find a temperature increase. High temperature areas are witnessed in this duration, and in our country, as we all know, that we have got a desert zone in the northwestern part of the country, which is one of the hottest areas of the world. So the advent of the summers, it witnessed by a gradual increase in temperature, and this increase in temperature is gradual from south to north, whereas the peninsular part of the country do not witness a lot of difference in the temperature. As the temperature in the mainland starts increasing, it starts showing its effect in the local areas. The temperature is not very constant at this time. The sun is not exactly located itself on the Tropic of Cancer. It has started moving in the northern hemisphere. As the movement of the sun moves in the is in the northern part of the world, the shift in the temperature, the constant change in the temperature starts showing up their effects. The effects are different in different areas depending upon what type of topography they have. The major effects which are witnessed in our country are in major three areas. First is in the desert zone. Here we witness Lu, which are normal local dust storms which are sometimes accompanied by light rainfall. These occur due to an instant unpredictable change in temperature and unpredictable low pressure area which is instantly created, and the wind from the high pressure area, it rushes out to fill up that gap, and as a result of which we find that Lu starts and ends up in a very short duration. This is the start, this is the beginning of the shift in the temperature which is happening due to the movement of the sun in the northern hemisphere. The second change in the temperature is witnessed in the zones of Kerala and Karnataka. These local winds which affect the area immensely are known as mango showers. It is an interesting name, that like in the northwestern areas, here again instant movement of the wind is witnessed. Because of this instant movement of the winds, the mangoes which are ripe in the trees, they tend to fall down from their branches. That is why it is known as mango showers, a pre-monsoon shower. And another area which is West Bengal, here they witness Kal Baisakhi. As the term itself says, Kal Baisakhi, that is not something very good. The reason behind this is that the movement of the wind here is majorly affected by the water which the wind is carrying with it, as a result of which instant disastrous cyclones occurs in these areas which affect the agriculture, which affect the houses, the people's life, and as a result of which It is termed as Kal Baisakhi. So these are just the hints that the monsoon is to occur in the country, or the pressure is now starting to build up, which is then going to result in the advent of monsoon into the country. So let's move on and let's allow monsoon to enter into a country with the next season, that is advancing monsoon. The hot weather season continues till the month of May, and as slowly we see that the movement of the sun shifts on the Tropic of Cancer, the low pressure area is now starting to build up in the whole zone. The low pressure area, which we mention here, majorly starts from the Malwa Plateau area, including the Central Highlands and Chota Nagpur Plateau. So this whole zone, this whole area builds up an intense low pressure trough, which now starts attracting winds from the southern hemisphere. As we all know that the location of the sun is in the northern hemisphere, so there is high temperature, low pressure, and it is vice versa in the southern hemisphere, and this zone then starts attracting wind from the southern hemisphere. The winds start moving from the southern hemisphere towards the northern hemisphere, where we have the low pressure area, and here we have the high pressure area, and the wind movement will be from high pressure to low pressure area. And now you will have to remember the Coriolis effect, that the wind movement in the southern hemisphere will be, this is the equator, in the southeastern direction, that the winds tend to deflect to their left in the southern hemisphere, and as soon as they cross the equator, the wind direction shifts and it converts into the southwestern monsoon, or southwestern direction. It enters into the country from southwestern direction. Almost all over the country the rain occurs from the month of June to September, and there is a very variant amount of rainfall which is witnessed throughout the country. It's not like all the regions witness an equal rainfall. It keeps on changing with the pulsation of the wind. Because of the southwest direction and the shape of the peninsula of our country, the monsoon winds tend to break into two branches like we studied earlier. One is the Arabian Sea branch and one is the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch hits the country first and shows its major effects on the northwestern part of the country, northwestern coast of the country to be precise, and major rainfall is witnessed in these areas. By the month of July, it starts moving up and enters into the country from the zone of Rann of Kutch. Around the same time, this branch also enters into the country, and here, as we all know, there is the Himalayas, the Great Himalayas. The winds tend to deflect into two directions, one which enters into the country from west of Bengal, crossing Uttar Pradesh and then entering into Punjab, Haryana areas, and then one branch which enters into the northeastern part of the country. Let's start with the Arabian Sea branch of the country then. So the Arabian Sea branch hits the Western Ghat and by the middle of the June it starts entering into the mainland from the run of Kutch Gujarat zone. In this zone we find that there are no barrier to stop the rain bearing winds, as a result of which we see that the winds tend to move directly into the mainland, and the final barrier which hits them is the Himalayas. Although we do have the Aravalli range in the path, but it runs parallel to the movement of the wind, as a result of which they do not give their effect, they do not have any effect on the wind. The Bay of Bengal branch enters into India, and the first range of Himalayas which is in front of it is the Shivaliks. It hits the range, and as a result of which the whole area witnesses rainfall in the duration. It then moves further and it then hits the Aravallis, and as a result of which the eastern part of the eastern part of Rajasthan witnesses immense rainfall in comparison to the western part of the country, because when the Bay of Bengal branch hits the Aravallis, the rainfall which occurs in this zone is on the windward side. It is a relief rainfall. When the wind climbs up the mountain and moves to the other side, it is left with no moisture in it, as a result of which it do not cause a lot of rainfall on the leeward side of the mountain. So the eastern part of the country witnesses a lot of rainfall. Here again, one branch of the Bay of Bengal monsoon is diverted to the eastern part of the country, and here we find that the barrier they witness are the Purvanchal range, the Garo Khasi, Jaintia mountains. The winds, because they are coming from sea to land, they bear a lot of water with them. Also we find that these zones are completely forest clad, completely covered with forest, as a result of which we find that the monsoon winds, they do enter into the area, but they do not find an area to escape from this lock of mountains, as a result of which the continuous advent of the moisture with the rainfall brings a lot of precipitation in the whole zone. The area which witnesses the world's highest amount of rainfall is also located in the Khasi foothills, that is Mawsynram. Throughout the month of July and August, most part of the country witnesses unequal rainfall depending upon the frequency and intensity of the tropical depression. It keeps on changing its position, changing its location, as a result of which we find if this depression is near the mountain areas, the rainfall in the mountain areas will be more and the plains will be less. If this depression is shifted in the plain areas, it will be vice versa. So with breaks, the monsoon keeps on showing its effects on throughout the country. The pattern of the rainfall differs in the northern plain and in the southern peninsula part of the country. Like we see here is that the major effect shown in the northern part of the country is because of the Bay of Bengal branch of the monsoon. It hits the areas of West Bengal at first, and as it moves further into the land, the capacity of moisture that it is carrying gets lesser and lesser, and as they move westward, because they continue to move in this direction, they become continuously drier and drier. Whereas the Arabian Sea branch, it enters into run of Kutch, and they do not show a lot of effect in this zone. The rainfall which is witnessed by these areas is very scarce. Its effect is majorly shown because the moisture it was carrying, most of it was shed in the Western Ghats, and already it is carrying very less moisture, and the barrier they hit is the Himalayas, as a result of which they cause rainfall in Punjab and Haryana zone. The peninsula part of the country, it also gets a lot of rainfall because of the another branch of the southwest monsoon which arises from the Arabian Sea. These monsoon winds first of all strike the Western Ghats and cause much rainfall there. These winds, while reaching the other side of the Western Ghats, become drier. Like we said that these winds are hitting the Western Ghats on the western side, and when they reach the eastern side of the country, it becomes the leeward side of the mountain, which do not witness a lot of rainfall. In the peninsular part, most rainfall is occurred in the winter's duration, and the major region which witnesses is Tamil Nadu. So we can see that Mumbai, which receives rainfall in summer's duration with the advent of the monsoon only, whereas we have Chennai in south, which receives rainfall in the winter's duration.